What's going on, everybody? It's your boy J Main back checking in with the people. Now, I know everybody been doing their first impressions for Horizon Zero Dawn, but I don't give a damn. I'm dropping mines. I've been looking forward to this game too damn long, and I'm going to talk about it. Now, the review embargo lifted like last week or over 10 days ago, and everybody's pretty much said what they had to say about the game in full form and in impression form. But like I said, I'm gonna still give it to ya raw. Now, right off the bat, this game, I'm loving this game. I mean, it's been a while since I had a game where I literally just don't even want to go to work. I don't even want to care for my responsibilities as an adult, and being an adult is officially trash because I want to play this game all damn day. Now, I've just been having fun doing side missions and little errands is what they call it. They got these missions called hunting ground missions, which are basically like trials, time trials, but they vary in what you have to do within the time trial. And they're all just been fun. The combat has been fun. The visuals. I mean, this game looks amazing. Guerrilla Games has been one of the best, Sony first party studios when it comes to visuals. So when I first saw the game back in 2015 at the reveal, I knew what we were seeing there would be what the game looked like when it was final, if not better. And I gotta say, it does look better in some aspects. If I had to say, the textures for the environment might have took a little hit, but the character models look very good for an open world game. Like I said, as an overall package, this game looks amazing. And yes, I can say that it looks better than Uncharted 4 as an overall package. Now, Uncharted 4 is a pretty linear game, so, it's easier for them to focus a lot of their resources into different things, but not as much as Guerrilla Games had to with Horizon Zero Dawn. Things have to get focused in different areas and all come together and be a complete package. Now, the game does run at 30 frames per second. On the PS4 Pro, you got the 4K checkerboard rendering mode. I don't know what it's native at. It might be 1400p or 1800p native, but it checkerboards up to 2160p with the render mode, and it also has a performance mode where it basically locks the game at 1080p, and you get all the resources from the Pro get focused on the frame rate. Now, this one was weird because a lot of developers been doing unlock frame rate and then let the PS4 Pro handle whatever it can push the frames per second to. Guerrilla Games took a different approach where the performance mode is still locked at 30, but it just focuses more on keeping it at 30. Now, Digital Foundry did their video, and the game pretty much is locked at 30 normally. It has a few dips, but with the performance mode, you can pretty much knock those out, and it doesn't even drop at all. I've had no frame rate hiccups. There was some technical glitches in the game that I did see, like, some clipping, and, I don't know if it's supposed to be like this, but some of the characters that you interact with, some of them are a little wacky, and you see things cutting in and out, but nothing, too bad. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty good for an open world game. Technically, visually, amazing. The story has been surprising so far. A lot of times, when you look at open world games, the story, it's okay, depending on what we're talking about, all right? It's an action RPG, so a lot of times the focus is going to be on the combat, which I'll get to in a second. But with this game, it's been a very interesting story from the beginning and took a lot of crazy twists that I didn't see coming. You know what I'm saying? I knew there was going to be some controversy. I knew there was going to be some bad things happening. But this game, it turned it up crazy at one point. I was just sitting there like, wow. I was not expecting that to happen. But, they put it all together really nicely. The dialogue has been pretty good. The writing has been pretty good. Some of the side missions, the dialogue is not the best. But when it comes to the main quest and the main missions and the main, characters, a lot of the dialogue there has been really good. And I'm loving Aloy as a character and the voice actress. I forget her name. It may come to me. Ashley Birch. I believe that's how you pronounce it. Ashley Birch. She's doing a great job with Aloy so far. And Aloy as a character has been really good, strong character. Very positive, very, I'm gonna prove my worth. I'm gonna prove that I belong here for a reason, and my goal and what I want to accomplish, I'm gonna get it. So she's been great. The man who raised her, him as a character, he's great. You know, and some of the other characters you come along has been great so far. The missions, you know, like I said earlier, you got your side missions, you got your errands. Some of the side missions have been fetch quests. I will admit that, but you know, they vary within, you know, each mission because each one has its own story to it. So, you know, they try and make it feel like it's not the same thing, but overall it's kind of been the same thing. But I like how they threw in like the hunting ground missions, and I didn't even unlock every type of side mission yet. So it's gonna be different type of missions. I just haven't unlocked everything. Again, these are just my first impressions. Yeah, so like those missions have been a little fetch questy, but still been pretty fun. The combat, oh boy. Oh boy. When I first saw the game, and as we saw more and more, I'm like, the combat is gonna be the bread and butter in this game. It's gonna hold the crown. And yes, it holds the crown. The combat is great. It is amazing. I love it. It's an RPG, so it's a lot of in the menus. They have a weapon wheel, which, you know, it slows down as you have it active. But it's so good because, you know, you got these different type of weapons. Now you have the bow, but there's different type of bows with different type of arrows. You know what I'm saying? And in addition to that, each enemy that you're taking on has a specific weakness. So, you know, you got to use the scanning ability to scan the weakness and figure out what they're weak against. But in addition to that, each enemy has these, you know, armor plates on, and you can knock the armor plates on, which exposes even more weaknesses of the enemy. And then like when you're in combat with these robot machines, the more you're hitting the weak spots, they start acting different and maneuvering different. They're slowing down. They're getting all frantic. You know what I'm saying? They can't barely move when you start taking plates off and hitting weak spots. And each like battle feels like an own story within its own. You know what I'm saying? So it's like off the chain, man. It's been off the chain. The human combat, I've only had like one instance where I fought a group of enemies that were human. And I gotta be honest, it wasn't that good to me. It just felt awkward. You know what I'm saying? If I had to use a word to describe that combat scenario, it was just awkward. Maybe it'll get better, but it's a lot of resource gathering. So like if you don't have the proper resources to take on certain enemies, you're gonna be in a tough situation. And I gotta admit, I was in a tough situation when I started taking on the humans because it was a bunch of them, and they were kind of cleaning me up, but at the same time, it did still feel awkward. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to put it all on me because I'm still a beast. All right? Don't even front. I'm a beast, but it did kind of feel awkward. But yeah, I mean, I'm 6-7 hours in the game now, and I just want to get back to playing it. So I'm going to end my impressions right here, man. This game, if you have a PS4 and you don't have it, you either broke or you got a couple screws loose up top because you need to pick this game up. This game is great so far, and man, I'm gonna get back to it. But these have been my first impressions. Let me know down in the comment section if you got any questions about the game. I won't spoil anything about the story, any secrets about the game. I'm not spoiling. So if you have a question that I can't answer, I will detail that. Listen, hit me up in my DMs on Twitter. Follow me at jmaine518. That's JMAINE 518 on Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter. I'll answer as best as I can. But yeah, let me know down in the comment section. Have you been playing the game? What do you think about it so far? If you haven't been playing it, why aren't you? I want to know all of that. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. Would love for you to stick around. Hit that notification bell. Get that update every time I drop a video. But yeah, this is your boy J Maine, and I'm gone. Peace.